4K, 12 frames per second in stills mode and a 20 megapixel sensor, all for under $1,000? Yes, indeed, we're looking at the Panasonic Lumix FZ1000. So as I stated prior, this could be the ultimate camera for your stills and video photographer. Someone just looking for, you know, a camera they can bring that's a do-everything camera, and it truly does everything. As I stated, 12 frames per second with the mechanical shutter, that's 1DX Mark I levels. And 4K at 30 frames a second and 1080p at 60 makes this camera a great camera for video too. Now really quick, I want to address the one kind of elephant in the room. This is a bridge camera, meaning you cannot switch lenses. But, hang on, don't let me lose. So this camera shares a body with the GH5, Panasonic's, their highest end mirrorless camera. So yes, the built-in lens is a 25 to 400 millimeter Leica designed lens, which I know it's a giant range, but I mean really, it makes it just versatile. It's grab and go setup. Now this lens is f2.8 through f4, which if you don't know, that is the amount of light, well, simple layman's terms, now your iris gets bigger and smaller. Yes, that's what aperture blades do. f2.8 is the biggest it can go and f4 is the smallest it can go. Now, even though it's not f2.8 throughout the whole range, I mean what you're getting is not a terrible package for. And in addition to what I was saying is this camera being versatile and great for photographers and videographers, it's got 5-axis in-body stabilization. If you don't know what that means, it basically means that video, especially handheld video, will not be nearly as shaky as it would have been without it. And also shooting photos near 400 millimeters and up, or not and up, but when you're shooting at more the telly end of this lens, you won't get as much camera shake and you'll be able to take video out there and take better photos, which we'll get to photos in a second. I'll insert some photos I've personally taken with this camera here. And yes, so those are some photos. This video, the whole video, has been shot on this camera that we're talking about, obviously. But in addition to this, if you want to see more videos with this, I think the last few of my videos have been shot on this camera. But as I was saying, this camera, I mean, is amazingly versatile for everything. Even hand holding it is smooth because of this built-in stabilization. So as I was saying, even though I'm walking around with it, the shot is still pretty steady. One thing that does happen is the body tries to overcompensate sometimes, so you do get a little shake, as you saw in the B-roll earlier. But I mean, honestly, it's better than if you had nothing. If you had nothing, your shot would just be shaky and terrible. More shaky and terrible than walking with this in wet grass was. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's got a tilty flippy screen. So that right there was just shot really quickly walking from back there, where I was just handheld top here. Which that's another reason the tilty flippy screen is nice, because I can check myself in it as I'm looking at myself. Is that also when you're down low, you don't have to get low, which is very helpful for pictures too, and I found it to be amazing. While I've used this camera more for photos than I have video, this thing is great. I mean, especially for sub $1,000, or you could pick one up used like I did for like 500 bucks. I mean, you cannot go wrong. And you can attach a mic, there's universal accessories for this thing. It's great, and it's really gonna be your ultimate affordable video, photo, whatever you need it to be camera. Sub $1,000.